background as some priests roasting. Yeah, like that kind.
Yeah. Boy, you don't even know how hot it is up in here.
Boy, howdy. Since I don't know how it is, but I guess Mac, like somehow connects to Google or YouTube or something. So like YouTube notifications pop up on my MacBook, but I don't open it too often. So like when I open it up, it just subs. Like my whole fucking screen just subs on YouTube to the Topshelfers of all the new subs.
Well, hey, we just hit 300 subs on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Only 700 more till we can potentially be... 700 more and like 800 some odd more hours of watch time, and then we might be able to get monetized there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me pull back up.
But progress is progress.
Yeah. Let me check the sound.
Do you know any one person that has 300 subs?
But progress is progress. Yeah. Let me check the sound.
Do you know any one person that has 300 subs?
But progress is progress. I don't know what to do about it though. So
We'll just have to go with it.
don't know what to do. Sorry guys about that frequency noise, because I don't know what it is. I even tried moving wires away. It's intermittent, so I don't know what the fuck causes it. It's intermittent, so I don't know what the fuck causes it. Huh. It's real strange, fellas. Real fucking strange.
I don't know what it is.
Do you know when it started though? About the time we opened that die book.
That would suck.
We released an energy.
That would suck if it was because of a fucking dumbass little... There's like a small EMP somewhere in this fucking box. And it's just...
Fucking... It's just giving us a fuck.
Just destroying everything that we know.
What a dick. What a dick-ass ghost.
What a big old dick-ass ghost.
God.
A big old fucking...
Cum slut.
So I was watching... I don't get rules anymore. And I really wonder...
Rules or rules?
Rules.
Oh, gotcha.
I really do sometimes wonder if you get to a certain point, you can just get away with a lot of stuff.
Like the rules of the internet?
Yeah. Kind of like a lot of stuff. So I was watching an episode of a podcast that I won't name because we usually talk good about them all the time, and I don't want to bash for no reason. But they had a particular guest on who has a particular popularity around him, and it's kind of everyone look. I won't say his name, but I'll just say everyone looks at him like that old uncle.
Mm-hmm.
And love his content, love his stand-up and everything. But he was on a podcast, and he was saying, like, every racial slur you can think of.
Really?
Live. The N-word, multiple times. The F-word that's not fuck.
On here?
Well, it gets streamed on here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And on YouTube and on many other platforms. And their videos still had ads playing on it. And I'm just wondering, because if I were to say a quarter of those words, A, I get it. I'm a white guy, so people are probably going to hate it.
Yeah.
But B, we would get shut down probably pretty quick.
Yeah. Or get real big.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I want to be big for that reason, though.
I don't know. It's just weird with different people, because they had a different guest on that I remember was saying it, the N-word too, and he's white. And he dropped it like 3 times.
Who did?
Bert.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I thought you were saying something else. I was like, yeah, it's...
No, he did. Kept dropping it. So, I don't know, man. He probably got backlash, but not enough to where people stop listening to him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand certain rules. I don't know if it's just because people don't check into them. Like,
well, I mean, in the world we live in today, and I'm on the side that I don't care what they say, and I'm
I
all
don't give a
for.
shit.
I don't care. I personally laughed at what he was saying,
Yeah.
and so did everyone who was there.
Yeah.
But it's weird that some people can get away with it, and some people like that would shut their whole career down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if there's people we know and people in the entertainment industry, if they even got recorded saying one of the words that was said on that podcast, they would get fucking their whole entire career just executed.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't get it, and I think I'm for the fact that I wish I could say more on here.
Hey, what's up, Big Papa? How you doing?
Good night, Big Papa. Thanks for dropping by.
I am happy and glad that's one of the rules, just because I would say it. Not like the bad or awful ones, but like.
Oh no, I mean I would.
Yeah, they've come back
for sure.
I've set up our early ones, so
I'd make a lot more.
Mine would just be edgy. There's a joke I really want to say, but I don't know. It's pushing it with. It doesn't have any bad words in it, but I don't know. It just might be too edgy for the world of Twitch.
Damn.
Because it's, I don't know. Let's see if I gotta remember it. Because I think it's pretty good. Twitch
needs some edge, though. Everyone's so timid on Twitch now.
Yeah, maybe I should. Let's see. Where did I Where did I wrote that?
Oh, yeah, Big Papa. Big Game of Thrones fans we are.
Yeah, dude.
We're on top of the Sunday's episode. We'll probably talk about it tonight a little bit, but wanted to get into the show a little bit prior to jumping into something that might spoil stuff.
Hey, Salty. How are you?
Howdy, partner.
What else did I just watch? I was trying to think of other. I just watch random stuff. Been watching Tin Star. That's pretty good.
Watch Kingpin.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Talked about that one. Oh, well, we can talk about our little adventure we went on.
Oh, yeah.
So we, instead of a podcast on last Friday, we went on a little adventure down to a city called Spanish Fork here in the great honeybee state of Utah. And we were looking for houses that were flooded because there was a ginormous flood at some point. We found one, but
I was hoping there was going to be a bunch of them.
I wonder if there was. It's kind of tough to do something like that at nighttime. Because for all we know, like the right side of the road where that stream was, there could have been hundreds of them. We just couldn't see them.
That's true.
But yeah, there was a big flood and there's abandoned houses, and we found one, and Nimble Toe Curtis was able to shimmy across the sketchy ass 2x4 that was in water and get on top of the roof and kind of look in there, and we kind of got some footage. But
yeah, the roof, I tried getting footage. The water was almost to the roof of like just a normal story house. It was still flooded because where the flood went through. Yeah, it was cool. It was fun. I'm glad we went.
Yeah, me too.
It's nice getting out doing stuff again.
Absolutely.
I want to go to one of the actual big ones, but they're like 4 hours away.
Yeah.
Down, but there's most of them are down south. But we could do that. Maybe one of these weekends we can go down to a ghost town, and then while we're down that direction, check out a Mountain Meadow Massacre area.
Yeah.
Maybe do a daytime, depending how close they are. Daytime walk through Ghost Town, and then nighttime
record at the meadows.
Yeah.
We did also make if you aren't following us on YouTube, it's simply youtube.com/Topshelfers podcast. Go get on it. We just hit 300 subs.
Whoop whoop.
Making progress. We have some funny videos, or serious, depending on how you want to look at it, of us searching for Sasquatch, and it is it's 10 out of 10 quality. I
watched them again. It's so funny because cause obviously I was trying to think of stuff to say. They're I was just going for it. So when I like instead of saying like and then I would just be like and then fucking
Yeah, and then fucking
instead of fucking so times like we're looking for these fucking Bigfoots. You can see they knocked over that fucking fence down there.
That video's probably got the most views of any non-public video ever because I've watched it like 10 times. It's so good. And then the one with Chandler's great because he's just standing there. They're drinking water.
I know, and then I try not to laugh, so...
You played it off perfectly because like he said it and then you like didn't even pause like yeah mostly they come and drink from here. I'm like no way.
Yeah, I had to.
If you guys are familiar with Wildman Forest, a certain character or persona that someone puts on, he makes an appearance on one of these videos and it's 10 out of 10 quality. And those will be up within this week. Also, we have an epic fail of one of our friends.
Oh, yeah. I gotta do that.
Trying to jump across a stream.
I'll do it when I get home. I'll upload that one.
I felt bad because all of us were super confident. Very nimble boy.
You guys get to hear my rare, extreme high-pitched laugh. Like watching it again, it's funny, but it's not, like... It's not as funny as hard as I laughed. Like, it's fucking hilarious.
Okay, go Eagles. That's a good transition because I wanted to talk about the NBA playoffs tonight.
Yeah. Jazz got whooped.
Yeah, the Jazz got the big dickens. And it sucks, too, because they were holding James Harden.
Yeah, he only scored 23.
Yeah.
And then...
It's just...
And then Chris Paul. They were even... Their whole team's good. Eric Gordon, fucking...
Well, 17 turnovers probably was the reason they lost. Because if you would have scored 12 of those, that's 24 points.
Their defense was super off, too.
Yeah. So, I mean, 24 points would have put them at 114. So, it would have been closer. It wouldn't have been a fucking big smoke. They just couldn't make any... They couldn't make any threes at all.
It was round 2 of the playoffs all over again.
Donovan Mitchell was getting shut down by Chris Paul. Joe Ingles, I don't even know if he made a shot the whole game.
Derek Favors was really carrying him for a while.
Yeah.
And then Rudy Gobert, high scorer on the team. Defensive player of the year is your high scorer. That's when you know, like, Rudy's fucking good. He's been doing about 20 points a game.
Absolutely.
But he shouldn't be your scoring leader.
No. Yeah, it's not good. So Go Eagles says, my mind cannot fucking process right now that the Warriors blew a 31-point lead to the LA Clippers.
Yep, LA Clippers scored. I think what my dad said, 85 in the second half. I think 85 is what he said.
It's crazy.
Yeah, 85 points in the second half the Clippers scored against Golden State.
So what's interesting about basketball...
Beasley and Durant were going at it.
Were they?
Yeah.
They're not friends.
Well, they were just playing really, like, aggressive basketball. But... Or Beverly. I don't know. I said Beasley.
Beasley.
Beverly. Jesus Christ, guys.
Gotta watch out for Beasley.
Beasley. What is that name I said?
I don't know. I don't know any Beasley. There's Cole Beasley. I think that's a football player.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. And then Luke Walton, that got fired from the Lakers, their head coach. The Sacramento Kings fired their coach, and he's already the head coach now at Sacramento.
Oh, really?
Luke Walton, yeah. Someone was like, Jesus, did they even... I can't remember the Sacramento's coach's name, but they were like, yeah, it's us. They're like, did he even get out of the fucking building? And like, no, that's how you knew he was fired. Luke Walton was hanging up his pictures in the coach's office.
And he just like looks at him. Ooh, I thought they told you already.
Someone was like, I think that's how Luke Walton got fired from Lakers, because LeBron was hanging up pictures in the coach's office.
Fuck, you're probably right.
It's so funny, all the players, because LeBron says he told the coach, Luke Walton, that he's the reason Luke Walton got fired, pretty much. And he was, I guess, telling him, he's like, I know more than you, I'm not going to listen to your coaching. Which is just fucking... Luke Walton's a good, pretty good coach, so.
Yeah, but if you talk to a lot of basketball players in the NBA, it's similar conversation.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things where there isn't really much coaching.
Well, it's good for him, but it doesn't help the rest of the team, as we saw, because LeBron did decent, like, as a player all year, but the rest of the team, like, obviously they didn't make it to the fucking playoffs.
Well, and the difference too being is, LeBron has a bunch of years of experience, but if the pressure's on the coach and the coach feels like he can't coach the team, they're a bunch of rookies.
Yeah, because
the rest of the team is
the rest of the team needs a coach.
Yeah,
and so if LeBron just needed to listen to fucking for the team dynamic to work. The funniest, my favorite clip of the year is Kuzma pushing LeBron to cover his man.
Yeah.
Well, it was Kuzma's man technically, but he's like, defense shows LeBron.
Well, I wonder if it's just frustrating for LeBron because he's gone from pretty much always winning to being arguably on the worst team this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could get that. It's probably fucking annoying and frustrating, and if he sees what's going wrong and the coach doesn't want to listen to him, that's probably even more frustrating.
Yeah, definitely. The crazy thing is I don't know, like, Luke Walton's a really good coach, but Sacramento's coach to really turn their team around this year. Like, they're a lot better, I think, because of him. So, for them to fire him, he'll probably go be an assistant coach somewhere.
Yeah, I'm
college
sure.
coach, but...
Guigo says Luke Walton was looking at the contract for the Kings, but the Kings signed him. But Luke Walton was like, I didn't fucking say yeah.
Oh. Huh, I didn't know that. Yeah, so Sacramento had been looking for... They've had their eye on Luke Walton and other coaches to try to hire, but they're like, we have the opportunity for him now. Hopefully it works out. We're not going to wait for someone else and lose this opportunity.
I think next year's going to be so interesting because
there's going to be a lot of changes.
Yeah, I mean, Golden State breaking up. It's like the fucking Beatles.
Yeah.
And, the Nets, right? Yeah, the Nets or the Met. It's the Knicks and the Nets. I always get Brooklyn's decent. The Knicks are the shitty team.
Yeah.
They're the ones who picked up Jimmer. They're pretty sure they're gonna get.
That's Suns have Jimmer.
Oh, that's the Suns.
Same thing.
Yeah.
They're both real shitty.
I always get confused. Where was fucking Kevin Durant planning on going? I thought he said the Knicks.
He's going to the Knicks, yeah.
Okay.
So then So the first round draft, I think there was a draft mock. I'm not sure who gets first round pick.
Oh, it's still lottery based.
Yeah, there was drafts because it's gonna be the worst teams.
Yeah.
So it's either gonna be the Suns or the Knicks. I think that get Zion probably.
Right.
Which then I don't know who's gonna be second, either Ja or the other dude from Duke. CJ is his name, but let's go. There's a bunch of drafts because
if you just type in NBA mock draft.
Yeah.
It should pull up. Because I think it'll be interesting.
Mavericks mock draft, Zion, Lakers, Bulls. Let's see. Because a lot of them get it right too, which is funny. Oh yeah, so Zion, yeah. Oh, Cleveland, I forgot Cleveland. Oh, so RJ, yeah.
RJ will go to Phoenix.
Yeah, so this is what this one's saying for the mock guys. It's so New York will pick up Zion in the first round, or first pick, obviously. Ja will go second to Cleveland, which kind of makes sense. RJ from Duke will go to Phoenix, and then the Gonzaga dude to Chicago. But yeah, I was just curious about those first three.
Because I don't think the Cavs are going to have a team next year. But the Suns if the Suns get, will we go back to that?
Get Ja?
Yeah, if the Suns get Ja.
He's a point guard though, isn't he though?
Or RJ.
Oh, shooting guard. Oh, wait, the Suns, would get RJ as a shooting guard. And, yeah, Jimmer's Ja.
And what position does Ball Hog play?
Point guard, I think.
Point guard?
I think. Yeah, because he's injured. Or he's out, I think, right now.
Is he?
And they're still played. Well, obviously, they're now.
No,
the season's
done.
over. But it was fucking... I'm hoping that they're just planning on letting him go somewhere else, buying out his contract, letting him I don't know. Like, and I understand because when they put him in, he was not doing too well.
Talking about Jimmer, right?
Yeah, Jimmer. Yeah, sorry guys, Jimmer for that. That's on Suns. They were putting him in. He wasn't doing super great. I don't know if it's just him switching here again, but I would love to see him play a good 15 minutes, 20-minute game, like, and just let him be like, hey, do your thing. And I want to see if he can do it again, because if he could, then.
Well, it's the same thing that happened when he first got drafted.
Yeah.
Is they don't...
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you. They don't give him the Steph Curry treatment, which I don't think they're comparable. I don't.
Yeah.
By any means. But I do think that he has the shooting ability.
Yeah.
They just need to let him shoot.
Yeah, he needs to get his confidence back. I just don't think he has it right now. And I don't know, if they let him fucking just light it, I think he would.
Because even if he's good for 20 points a game, that's a lot.
That's a great off-the-bench player.
Yeah.
Him coming off the bench for 20 points, that's amazing. Even if, like, you know, yeah, just like they have Corver do or all the other bench, you know. Because, yeah, he's a great backup if he's shooting really well.
Do you think the Knicks will blow everyone out of the water next year? Because it'll be, well, not like everybody, but...
They're going to be a lot better if it's KD goes there and then not Jaw, and then Zion, yeah.
I'm curious to see because, you know, there's always that, will they actually make it in the NBA?
Yeah, that's tough, though, because...
Zion's a physical player.
Yeah, he's only a freshman in college, though, so... He's, 19 years old.
And there's a big difference from being able to drive and dominate college players compared to NBA.
Veteran-ass players.
Yeah, like, I don't think you're bullying a lot of these NBA players around. Like, you're not going to bully Draymond or Rudy or, you know, insert a lot of these centers.
I'm curious to see, like...
I think he's going to do good.
Sometimes first picks do good, sometimes they do bad. But I don't know.
I just hope that he doesn't crumble. I hope he doesn't come out and, like... I imagine he has very high standards for himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can see that he's a competitor just from the way he carries himself. I just hope that he doesn't come out here into the NBA and then just feel like he's not living up to what he should be.
Yeah.
And mentally just fuck himself.
Definitely.
That's a big part of sports.
Yeah, it's tough being that hype. Like, look at Markel Fultz was injured a lot, but like, first round draft pick, you haven't heard. I don't know if he's injured right now or what the fuck Markel's doing, but
haven't heard him all year.
And who else who's draft? Ben Simmons was before Markel, and Ben Simmons, he's Ben Simmons douche, but he does okay. Who was before him? Can't remember. But I don't know. I think he'll do okay. I think most of them are gonna do decent.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be the one. I don't know, because you always get the ones, because that's what I was looking up. Kyle Korver was drafted 51st, and now he's one of the greatest shooters of all time. And so I think there's gonna be random dude that people wouldn't really pay attention to. That's gonna be really good.
I think that's usually what happens, right? I mean, you get your Kobe's and LeBrons every 10 years.
Wasn't Steph almost not even drafted, or was he?
I can't remember. He was pretty good in college.
Yeah, maybe it was college. Maybe I was watching his college and they weren't sure if he was gonna get picked up to college. I can't remember. Let's look.
Because he held a couple records.
Yeah.
In March Madness.
15th. Oh, let's see. NBA players. Dell was drafted at Golden State. Wait.
So yeah.
Selected top 15 picks. I just want to know when he was drafted. The other one.
Yeah, why'd they make that so convoluted?
The other one just told me right away. Oh, 6 players picked before Steph Curry.
So he was
probably 7th. Yeah.
So let's see who is.
Oh, I forgot about his class.
Oh, so 2009 draft. We're looking at when Steph Curry went. So Blake Griffin.
Let's see. Wait. What does it say? Then, now. Then. Oh. So it's showing them now.
So Blake Griffin obviously
was number 1 pick.
I mean, he's done well.
Makes sense.
Number 2.
Yeah, he hasn't done much.
Hashim Thabit, center. I've never heard of him.
James Harden.
Ooh, number 3 was James Harden.
Yeah, makes sense. Tyreek Evans makes sense.
Yeah.
Number 4. I forgot Rubio was in the same class as Steph.
Oh shit, Rubio went before Steph.
He was supposed to be the next biggest thing in the league.
Yeah.
Everyone projected him to be but he's decent, but he's just not consistent.
No.
Young Rubio. Johnny Flynn.
Never heard of him.
I don't think he's that. Oh yeah.
Team unemployed.
He's not even in the league anymore. So.
And then number 7 would have been Steph.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a tough one, right? Because that 2009 kind of fucked with our whole entire thing we were saying.
Yeah.
All top 7 except for 2 of them were.
That was just a
players.
Good class. 2009 NBA draft and 2007 best class of all times. Yeah.
It was 2007
for NFL.
Oh, did he say NFL?
Yeah, 2007 for NFL, 2009 for NBA.
We can look up who was 2007. I don't.
In NFL or NBA?
NFL. I don't recall who.
Who was drafted?
Probably just that first one.
I was trying to see round 1.
Oh yeah, let's see all the fucking. Jamarcus Russell, Lawrence Thompson, Calvin Johnson. Yeah. That was a big one.
I was just trying to go top. Levi Brown, LaRon Landry, Adrian Peterson.
It's a stacked one for
Marshawn Lynch.
Ted Ginn Jr.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Greg Olson.
Let's go. Oh, biggest NBA draft busts. We'll look that one up. It's gonna be a bunch of people we never heard of because they were
because they fucking blew.
10 biggest NBA draft busts since 2000.
Yeah, it looks happy.
Actually, I don't know. It's gonna be people we don't know. So I wanna do the opposite, like.
Oh, so like.
Best draft picks. Like, players that are actually good that were picked. So, best NBA draft. Oh, on my did that. Ooh, we'll do class. See what that one is. I'll pick. Top 5 NBA draft classes in NBA history. So, number 5, 1998. Oh, that is a good one. Mike Bibby, Antoine Jameson, Vince Carter, Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Pierce, and Rashad Lewis.
Yeah, that was pretty big.
So that's number 5. 1985 draft. Patrick Ewing, Xavier McDaniel, Chris Mullen, Detlef Schrempf, Charles Oakley, Karl Malone, Joe Doomers, and Terry Porter. I don't know. That's a little past my date. 2003 is number 3. LeBron, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, David West, Boris Diaw, whatever, and Josh Howard. So that's a decent one.
Yeah.
1984. I'm not gonna know these people. Oh, well, so
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Barkley.
Robertson, Thorpe, John Stockton. So that was pretty big. Number 1 is 1996. Allen Iverson, Marcus Cumby, Sharif, Abdur, yeah. Actually, Ray Allen, Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, Jeremiah O'Neal, Derek Fisher. So that one's big, but I thought.
So Kobe Bryant went 16th. That's weird.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
I don't think he was too great his rookie year either. I think he was a later player that just fucking laid up later.
Blew up.
Yeah. Draft picks. Man, I said really weird deja vu.
That sucks. What if you type in best NBA draft surprises? Maybe we'll get something weird like that.
Let me check the chat real quick. Vince Carter still in the league. Yeah, he's the only player from drafted in the 90s that's still in the league now. Vince Carter.
Really?
Yeah, because Dirk retired and Jimmy retired. Jesus, I need to turn down the TV volume. Greatest steals? So yeah, probably, ones that
makes sense.
kind of like Denver getting rid of Donovan Mitchell. Can you imagine Donovan Mitchell with the rest of Denver? That would have been a mean fucking team.
Marcus Hall got drafted 48th.
Damn.
Tim Duncan with the first pick in the 97 draft and selecting Ginobili 57th.
Damn. Tony Parker 28th. That's crazy. So I was hoping a list. I like lists.
Yeah, I like lists too. There's a whole bunch of words and I don't want to read any of them.
Give me a fucking list. I don't like your out of order lists. I don't want to read sentences. Come on. That's why I like those top 10s, but let's try this one. The biggest NBA shocks and surprises of the 21st century, because that's more what we wanted anyways. Not really steals. I guess steals is kind of what it means. Oh, here we go. It's Detroit Pistons. What?
I don't know. Well, that guy doesn't look like he plays basketball at all.
This is just shitty players.
How dare you talk shit on Anthony Bennett of the Cleveland Cavs?
What the fuck? Oh, I don't give a shit about 2018 because we already know what the fuck has happened.
This ain't the future.
Here we go. Here's a list. Number 20, Rashad Lewis. This is NBA steal, so ones that were not that great and all of a sudden became good.
32nd overall pick.
Rajon Rondo was 21st, which is crazy. Bill Laimbeer, I like his name. He's a lame beard.
He looks like he's a
1979. Jesus. Paul Pierce was 10th, which makes sense.
Still pretty.
Yeah.
Do you have any Tums?
I wish.
Okay.
I thought the same thing. I took one before I got here, and then I had heartburn again when I got here.
Yeah, I just got hit with it pretty hard.
Michael Redd. I know I should carry a bunch of them in my pocket, but I didn't put any today. Michael Redd was drafted 43rd. That guy. Fuck that guy. Sean Kemp was drafted 17th. Man, I miss the Supersonics.
Right.
Black and white pictures. MJ. Michael Jordan, top 3 picks in his draft, but note that 2 teams passed up on the greatest player to ever play in the NBA. Portland and Houston both passed up on Michael Jordan. Man.
I wonder how many people realize that. That, what do you think their mindset was? Do you think they were like sitting there like, okay, well, we'll pass on Jordan. And then like 3 years later, the guys who are all like part of the draft committee on their teams are sitting there like,
they fire the whole squad.
We fucked up.
Yeah.
Jordan just put 60 on us to prove a point.
He left the fucking league and played baseball and came back and won 3 more rings.
Right?
Fuck.
He fucking saved the world with the Looney Tunes squad.
Yeah, God.
Larry Bird, the most handsome fella to ever play.
Let's see.
5 teams passed on Larry Bird.
Damn. Manu Ginobili.
Doesn't he scroll up a little bit? Doesn't he look like Colby?
A little bit. Yeah. With short hair. I always forgot he had short hair. Tony Parker. 28th overall pick.
They built a team of misfits.
Yeah. Dennis Rodman was
27th.
Jeez. Gervin.
Gervin.
I don't give a shit. These are all old folks. Karl Malone.
Fucking Mel, mate.
Karl Malone is arguably the best power forward to play in the NBA. The Utah Jazz have been extremely happy when they saw what they got with the 13th overall pick.
It's pretty solid, yeah. I would say that was a steal.
Thanks, Carl. Steve Nash was 15th. It's because, we don't want this soccer player on our team.
Right. What does he think he is?
John Stockton, number 2, was 16th overall. Yeah, he's fucking Hall of Fame leader, the all-time leader in assists. We got 2. That was just such a good team. And for those 2, I forgot. We had a couple. B. Russ. But, yeah. Passed down by 12 teams, so 13th for Kobe. Crazy.
I just want to know what those people are who made that draft happen and then later... Oh, why is there 2 of me?
Oh, you're getting picked up by my camera. That's pretty...
Scoot back over.
I can fix it.
No, you're good. I'll just scoot back over.
I like the 2S. Why did it just start doing that, though?
I adjusted over.
Oh.
You see the moment I realized there was a second me because my eyes were like, there's 2 of me.
Well, I got 2 S's.
TPS?
Sports TPS. Yeah, I'll check it out. I don't really watch too much sports stuff, like Sports Center. I mean, I watch sports, but that's it.
There's some crazy UFC this weekend.
Oh, really? I didn't watch it.
Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier for the lightweight interim belt. And fucking what's his name? I can never pronounce it.
Dennis Quaid?
Asandre. Oh. Yeah, Dennis Quaid. No, Asandre and Kevin Gastelum for the middleweight interim belt. And Holloway lost.
Oh, shit.
I don't think anyone was expecting Holloway to lose.
That's crazy.
And not only did he lose, it was a 5-round unanimous decision. And poor boy, pull up, just type in Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier, and look at this poor boy's face. After
fighting? Yeah, he is now.
After catching some fucking hands for a good 30 minutes.
Oh. So I'll see if it just brings up the last one. This one?
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of them. There was one where he just looked like... I don't know. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Dustin Poirier looks pretty...
that night.
Yeah, Dustin Poirier looked pretty clean.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And no one was expecting him to win that, and then Asandre just... I guess they said that him and the Kevin Gastelum fight was potentially fight of the year already.
Oh, shit.
And I didn't get the fights. I
was too busy watching golf.
Golf? Yeah, what's golf?
Golf.
Oh, golf. Oh, yeah,
good
the
old
Masters.
Tiger!
He's back.
The boy. Did you watched it, didn't you?
Just the highlights. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Like, did you see like how stoked he was when he realized he won?
Yeah.
He almost won by more, but he missed the first putt.
Mm-hmm.
And then fucking he was back. He said he never expected to win in a Masters or major again.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure I mean, if you were in that position, you probably never thought you would too. He went from arguably the most, well, I don't want to say most known, but top 20 most known athletes in the world.
Yeah.
To the biggest. He was kind of hated.
He went, the cheating wife scandal.
Drugs, prescription drugs.
Then his dad died. And
lost all of his big sponsors.
And then got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So
was gonna call it quits.
Then came back and he was playing differently though. They said just obviously there were so many people there for Tiger. It's so funny. Right after he shoots or right before he's about to hit, they're just like, Tiger! Yeah. I was like, what is this, Happy Gilmore crowd? But there were so many people watching him, but they said his swing has changed. Like they said he's no longer just trying to crush the ball like he used to. They said he's got a more gentle swing and it worked out. And the one he played for the slope on the green, and instead of going for right at the hole, so he played for the roll. And they're like, this is weird. Tiger Woods is playing it safe. We've never seen Tiger Woods play a safe golf before. I know, and there was some other interesting stuff going on too. Do you see that weird argument / fight between the dude and his caddy? Nuh-uh.
It was so weird. I don't know the dude's name. It was like John something. His last name had 4 letters. I know that doesn't help, but he was in like a weird spot. I don't remember which hole it is, but there was water surrounding the hole, and he like fucking sliced it clear over, and you could hear him and his caddy talking. The caddy's like, play it safe to the right, go for the fairway, and then go into, then shoot on the green. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Because he landed in the bunker. So then he just bashed it out of the bunker and just like right into the water. And you can just see his caddy go, like roll his like eyes and head. And they start walking back, and you can hear them like talking to each other, and you could both tell that they're pissed.
Yeah. And
I think the caddy said like, well, you should listen.
Yeah.
And you can just hear him go, fuck you. And everyone's like making a big deal because it's golf, You're not supposed to. Golf is supposed to be kind of classy, but that was making a bunch of videos.
Yeah, unless you're John Daly.
Yeah, and then you just fucking you snort coke off a stripper's asshole on hole 14. You don't give a fuck.
You fucking drove it off a tall boy of beer. That's my greatest video.
John Daly was probably the coolest human to ever play any sports. Real quick.
Just him driving off the. Yeah, just he was overweight. The funniest is I was reading about him, and oh shit.
Oh, you don't want the mayor of Tallahassee?
Oh no. There it is.
It's fucking.
This is one of the times I haven't seen this one. I've only seen. Maybe this is it. I don't know. He must have done it multiple times. Maybe just a fucking.
Has he got a cigarette?
Yeah. It's a fucking wearing that. He's not wearing shoes. Fucking. Oh yeah, that's not the one I saw.
Oh, he spilled the beer.
Drives off a fucking tall boy and then chugs the beer. Yeah, the one he fucking. That's not the one I was thinking of. The other one he did it off a full beer. Maybe this is it. He fucking just smashes the can. Yeah, this is the one I saw.
Yeet.
Just fucking driving off beer cans.
Is that mid-tournament too?
Yeah, he just didn't fucking look at it. And then his fans, he was like literally just like Happy Gilmore. Like just, I wonder if Happy Gilmore is kind of based off him.
Probably, yeah.
He was just fucking. They said he would never wear shoes really or smoking cigarettes. But in college, his golf coach said he was too overweight to play golf, to be on a serious team. So he said he went on a diet of popcorn and Jack Daniels. That was his weight loss regimen. It was popcorn and whiskey.
Oh my god. What a living legend.
Fucking John Daly.
Is there a golfer cooler than him?
I don't think so.
Aaron Palmer's got a tee.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Never once saw Aaron Palmer drive a fucking golf ball off a tall boy of beer.
Nope.
While smoking a goddamn cigarette and not wearing shoes.
And it's just all the stories that surround him too, like all the coke and all the whores and
trannies. Oh, whatever the term you want to use.
Yeah, he was about him. What was there was one story that revolved around him that was like crazy. I can't remember what it was. It's like one of his most infamous ones. I don't know. He did a lot of drugs and then played like the next day and then did like it was like really well compared to everyone else. And he said something like, "Yeah, I was up all night doing coke." That's like, okay. You can tell that guy no.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Salty. I was talking about transmissions. Yeah, that Mandalorian's fucking crazy. Looks so good.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, John Daly worked on transmission.
Yeah. That's why he was so tired.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we can talk about that for a minute. Yeah, the Mandalorian trailer, the TV show that's coming out on.
Is it a TV show or is it a movie? I thought.
Or movie.
I don't know which one it was. I was curious because I couldn't remember. I didn't look it up if the Mandalorian was the TV shows coming out or.
I know it's on the streaming service.
Oh, so it is the.
Unless they're putting just a movie on the streaming service.
I have no fucking idea. Is it? Show? Fuck, I can't remember. Alec would know. Yeah, TV show. Okay, cool. 10 episodes. Yeah, that makes it look a lot cooler because I was like, that's gonna be dope. But who's playing in it? Do you know? Yeah, I sent it to him.
Yeah, Forrest sent me out.
I was just curious if they were gonna have some.
Is that the Carl? Is that fucking Happy Gilmore dude?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I watched that and I'm like, is that the same guy?
Yeah, Carl Weathers.
It's all in lips. I'm excited. There was a lot of cool shit.
Nick Nolte's in it.
He's good.
That guy from Game of Thrones, or
oh yeah, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yeah. I just saw some. I just looked up the cast.
It's gonna be good because I mean, is that confirmed that's Boba Fett, or is it just someone in Mandalorian?
It looks like Jango Fett, doesn't it?
I don't know, kinda.
It was the blue armor, not really the green. I think it just looks like a.
I think it's just gonna be a bounty hunter, right?
I think just a Mandalorian bounty hunter, or I don't know. Alec, you would know. I don't know.
I didn't know if that was the path they were going or not. Because when watching that, leak or whatever you want to call it, they're a rare race.
Yeah, that's just saying what the Mandalorian are.
Right. And it didn't look correct. Like, the armor doesn't look correct, so I was like,
yeah, it kind of looked like Jango Fett's armor.
Jango Fett will be well dead before this.
I didn't know when it took place.
I think.
Oh, it's a new guy. Okay.
I think that's good.
That makes so it's like what?
Right. No, I did watch it. That's what I was wondering though. Is I didn't know if they were just like, oh, was it a new character or not? But I like how it has. I don't remember his name. The little robot boy.
Oh yeah.
He's spinning around doing.
I just like in that video just when people there's just the random stuff.
Yeah.
That they
Whoa! Yeah.
Like the thing that comes out, like the eye, like or like little door
from
thing.
the Return of the Jedi.
Oh shit! Sorry guys. Yes sir. Oh okay.
Okay, let me know when I'm on speaker.
You're on speaker.
Okay, so it's played by Pedro Pascal, which is the guy from Game of Thrones that gets his eyes gouged out.
Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah, okay.
And then in the video I sent you, it takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Okay, I didn't notice that part.
And then Jango Fett, his armor in the Clone Wars, his helmet, you find out what happens to that. And Boba Fett's armor is, in the Aftermath books, it says that Boba Fett's armor is taken away by acid, and then there's some sheriff of Tatooine that wears the armor now. So Boba Fett's walking around without his armor now.
Oh, okay.
Did you see the IG-88 droid in the trailer?
Yeah.
And IG-88 played by Korg, the guy who does the Korg voice, who directed Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then the Gus from Breaking Bad, he's just an Imperial guy that has the Death Troopers.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that's about it. Then there's that MMA chick. And then...
Oh, yeah. That's what I thought it was.
The guy who lost his hand to the alligator.
Yeah.
Wait, which MMA chick was it? Not Rhonda.
No, what's her? Let me go back.
No, but there's going to be a Fox who's going to be in this. All the bounty hunters except for the robot who's going to be in this. The other robot.
Okay.
Like Dengar's in it. And all of them. And I believe Boba Fett will probably be in the last episode. And Dave Filoni, the guy who made Clone Wars and Rebels, he co-created this with Jon Favreau.
Interesting.
So it's his show too.
Okay.
And in the Clone Wars, you see the little things that the Twi'leks ride, the little animals.
Yeah.
Those animals are in this too.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause it's just funny, just all the stuff, and then everyone just claps all of a sudden.
Yeah, so it's cool because Dave Filoni, he said he's gonna put a lot of like Clone Wars and like original trilogy stuff in this, so it's gonna be really good. Yeah, he's a totally different character. And in that video I sent you, when they hand the Valyrian steel, that the Mandalorian armor, that's like very rare.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's like, it's good to have it in the hands of the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah.
So that's why it's important, because it's a Mandalorian tradition. That's what they forged their armor with.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, that's
Yes.
fucking dope. Yeah, I was gonna
So
say you.
make a surprise appearance.
Yeah, I was gonna say you would know the most. So.
Yeah, I was like, the delay is just too long. I'm just gonna call.
Yeah, much easier. Thank you.
Okay. Shout out Topshelfers.
All right, dude. I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Bye. Yeah, so it's gonna be good.
Oh, definitely. I think it's gonna be. I mean, just the fact that the idea that we have a Star Wars TV show now,
That's gonna be
a live action Star Wars TV show.
Yeah, and it's nice because it's kind of like the same thing with Solo. I think it's not force driven as much.
Right. So it's gonna be a good ass sci-fi,
Yeah.
intense moment
Yeah.
show. I'm excited for it. I think what Alex said is spot on. That it's gonna be. I think there's gonna be a lot of. What is it called? Fan pleasing.
Yeah, like Easter eggs and shit.
Yeah, Easter eggs and small little details that
Super fans, not like they're just actual fans of Star Wars will know.
because place like Tatooine has always been a place where there's crazy monsters and crazy looking creatures, so they could stick in everything.
Yeah.
There better be a fucking cantina band scene, because you see them walk into the cantina.
Yeah.
If they aren't there, we riot.
Princess Leia. I don't know. There's a Blink-182 song about Star Wars.
Yeah. Salty Frank asks, you guys see the trailer for Jedi Fallen Order game?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's really good because it's a single player. It's just a single player game.
Mm-hmm.
And story driven single player, which is exactly what me and Wes were talking about the other day, what I wanted it to be.
Yeah. That fat guy from Sons of Anarchy with curly hair. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Huh.
I like him. He's got some
Yeah. Single player only, no DLC. So it should be a good game, I think. And because if they did this story right, which it looks like they did a pretty good job so far from what we've seen in the trailer.
and it's canon.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know it was canon.
Yeah.
It's so crazy now. It's so hard probably for these game or just pretty much Star Wars content creators to like the games, the TV shows, the movies, the fucking cartoons, the comics, whatever, to like for new people to come out because they have to know all this shit.
Yeah. I think honestly it's the people who are making it at this point, maybe besides Last Jedi homeboy, are like diehard fans. Or they're gonna have to soon be because
they're gonna have to learn.
Yeah, you're gonna have to learn today.
You're gonna learn today.
I love EA put out the most passive aggressive tweet that I've ever seen about that game though. Because he was like, or the tweet said something along the lines of, no microtransactions, all like the list, all the things that everyone was bitching about.
Yeah.
It's like it's a single player only game, and then the tweet just ended, and I was like, well, that was pretty rude.
Yeah, it's so funny. I've been playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 a bit.
No.
And it's fun sometimes. Sometimes it's like Call of Duty where you're just getting smoked and you just want to die.
Yep. Seems about right. Have you unlocked Childish Gambino yet?
You pretty much have everything unlocked. It just so like the way it works is I think you still can unlock, but so in the game you get like points. So you're playing and like so if you get kills and shit like that, you build up points during the game, and then it gives you enough points to play as a better character.
Gotcha.
So I haven't done good enough in a game to get a Jedi or anything. Like though I was just playing in a game where we were getting beaten so bad that they had 3 Jedi. I can't remember, it was Luke, young Anakin, and Who else did they have? I don't know. There's just fucking 3 Jedis flipping around, running together, just destroying everyone now. Because I was like,
awful.
oh, at this point, we're just gonna get fucking our asses eaten. It was the first game I lost since I played, and I was so mad.
Yeah, go Eagles. He's Lando.
Yeah.
In Battlefront 2. So you can unlock him.
Yeah.
That was the best video I've ever seen, where it's the Childish Gambino song, where it starts out with the beat and he says his name for the first thing, and the kid pans to him in Battlefront 2. I'm like, God damn it.
That's a great video.
You know what's weird with what Alec just said, or Sandquit that just said, is everything that comes out is canon. The theme park and the ride are canon.
That's crazy.
So the whole area, and my dad has been doing research because he really wants to go, but you have to reserve tickets for the first year to even get into that area. And I don't quite get it. Do you remember the old Disneyland much? Like kind of the layout?
Yeah.
So you know where Splash Mountain and like Thunder Mountain Railroad were? Kind of near that like older part?
Yeah.
Those are still there, but like further back is going to be the whole Star Wars land. And I don't remember what was up there. There was like campsites and shit.
I can't remember.
And like little trailways you could walk on, I guess.
I think so.
I don't really remember.
I'm just trying to think of it, but yeah.
But I guess from like the moment that you walk into that area, it's a planet that is canon, and everything that goes on that planet and in the theme park is all canon.
Okay. So
I don't know if that means that like there's going to be stories going on while you're walking around.
I have no idea. I don't know, it's going to be cool. We're going to have to someday go.
Oh, definitely. I think what would be cool, that I won't be surprised if they do, is for the first several, maybe weeks or something, that when that theme park opens, they get all the actors to go.
Yeah, kind of like how Johnny Depp just sometimes secretly just goes and
Yeah,
hangs out on the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Yeah, just because he can. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, though, because all the people who are reserving it right now are paying more money.
I hope that just, like, it's the people hidden under stormtrooper masks, so it's kind of like, have you seen that video of, it was the second dude that played Spider-Man? I can't remember his name.
Set Tom Holland?
No, before him.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember his name.
But that dude, when he's dressed up in a shitty Spider-Man mask and he's in Vegas, like, climbing up the wall,
he takes it off.
Someone gives him $1 and he's like, yes! Takes out his mask and it's...
He was in Dunkirk, right? Did you ever watch that movie? That movie was good as shit.
Yeah. It's so funny, though. Could you imagine, like, not knowing that it's fucking a dude that played Spider-Man under the mask, and you're just like, here's $1. Because he just takes it off and goes, yes!
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Ugh.
Yeah, it should be cool, though. I mean, I'm in that Star Wars fever again. It's a good year for content.
Yeah, I was watching New Hope the other night, but I fell asleep while watching it. I just love whiny Luke. People are gonna hate him, but it's just funny.
It's classic.
Yeah, just he's so fucking whiny.
Yep.
And then I was like, "This guy's the savior. Come on, come on." Oh, that's fucking so funny.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I hope we get a full trailer for the movie here soon.
Yeah.
Maybe on.
Yeah, we'll start sneaking some shit. Because it doesn't come out Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think it's funny that Star Wars Day is the day they have been releasing fucking Avengers and Marvel content. I was like, you guys fucked up.
Yeah.
You did it backwards. Disney's releasing Star Wars content on Christmas, which is cool, but they're like last year, didn't the Avengers come out on May 4th?
Yeah, I think so.
Come on, do it the 5th or something, you cucks.
Yeah, you fucking assholes. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know everyone's super excited for Endgame. I mean, I don't know. I want to watch it for sure.
Yeah, I'm a little more stoked now because I hadn't watched any. I don't know. Like I said, the first time I watched fucking the other Avengers, I fast forwarded through it a bunch just because I wanted to. It actually wasn't. I think just because the first time I just wanted to know shit so bad that I was like, the random talking shit that is, good to know. I was like, fuck, nope, don't care. To us. But,
Was it weird seeing Peter Dinklage as the biggest dwarf?
Yeah, it's so fucking funny. Just giant Peter Dinklage. It's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, I think they're both Christmas Day.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be cool because over at Chandler's they had on something else, Captain America, and then such that. Be Hard to Kill says, on the point of canon law, the origin comes from decrees of the Pope in the 12th century. Each Pope after could revise a decree, and it becomes the new canon law.
Yeah, you're actually right. That's crazy.
Yeah, true.
Think of the power. Think how fucking cool that would be to have so much power that you could create a revision as a pope, and it becomes canon.
They're so funny.
Of a religion.
Yeah.
Speaking of religion, we get it, Notre Dame. You vape.
Oh, shit.
I tweeted that and no one liked it, and I was like, fuck, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, fucking all of fucking France is destroyed right now, though.
Yeah, all the rioting and shit.
Yeah, they said they're afraid to show a lot of that in America, so they don't want us to get any ideas.
Yeah, makes sense. No, it is sad about Notre Dame. I mean,
it's a fucking old historical monument.
Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful cathedral. It's
the Hunchback lived there.
Yeah, priceless pieces of artwork and paperwork. They said that they saved everything.
That's good.
So I'm just curious what is going to be, if they'll be able to figure out what the reason was, if this was an accident or if it was ill will. You know, it's kind of fucked up though.
I said, show some fucking respect. Because the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know that cartoon?
Show some fucking respect. Oh, what? Did not do that.
It's okay. We'll clip that out. Salty says, someone sent me a picture of Notre Dame with Photoshop Game of Thrones dragon blasting it.
I saw that one online. That was pretty good. Someone was like, here's your Game of Thrones spoilers. And it was just the dragon blasting Notre Dame.
Jesus.
What was I saying? Oh, I do think one of the fucked up things right now is no one's covering that there is 2 mosques on fire as well.
Oh, shit.
So,
those aren't historical monuments.
One of them is.
Oh.
Yeah, one of them's like super old.
Not according to us.
Yeah, not according to us.
You a Christian or not?
Keep those good Christian morals here.
Yeah, we're trying to go to heaven. Just kidding, guys. PR Kill says, in the case of Game of Thrones, Martin is the Pope, since he wrote almost all the novel except one, Devastation.
The book and the TV series, both are canon separately. Martin approved 2 different versions of his own creation.
Okay.
I know. Good old George is quite the brilliant mind. Rena says, I think some madam left their baguette.
Yeah. In the...
I don't know what words those are. Weenus.
I need new contacts.
I'm going to agree with you, though. Be Hard to Kill said, I have to remind myself of that and my dork pride for reading the books years ago and religiously watching and loving every deviation in the TV series. Yeah. That is the thing, right? Is they're both so good.
I just can't even fucking read today. I'm like Westside today. Obviously, he can see it better than me today.
Yeah, my eyes are doing good today.
Yeah, not me. I have contacts in too, and I'm having troubles reading. Can't see shit. Time for an upgrade.
Oh, a baguette is a long French bread.
Oh, yeah.
I gotcha. I got where you're going now.
Someone left her bread in the bakery. Oh, fuck. Yes, I guess we can talk Game of Thrones now.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you guys a spoiler alert right now. We're going to talk about last night's episode of Game of Thrones. If you have not watched last night's episode of Game of Thrones,
you don't want spoilers,
you may want to mute or come back in 25 minutes. I want you to stay here because we like those views because we're greedy little boys. But if you haven't seen it and you want to see it and you don't want to hear anything about it, move along.
Move along, sir.
Move along. These aren't the droids you're looking for. So, could you fuck in front of a dragon?
In front of one? Hell yeah, I could. That's an ultimate power move. I'm staring that son of a bitch in the eyes.
Put up text on screen. Oh yeah, we could put it in the background as spoiler. Just for anyone who comes in.
Okay. Shit. We'll just type it on Google. Spoiler alert.
Wonder if there's one for Game of Thrones if you type in GOT at the end. There we go.
Spoilers are coming.
Perfect.
Oh, it's a GIF too.
Oh, even better.
It's not. We're gonna make it bigger. Oh shit. Where's control?
Look how sad he is. It's so cold.
Actually, let me go back. Sorry guys, I got. There we go. That'll do. Sorry, I just tried. You can kind of see, right? Or should I do a different one?
No, that works. Yeah, I like that.
I guess I can just do this. Spoilers are coming. There you go.
Perfect.
Just so you guys can kind of see that's... We're gonna do some spoilers. There we go.
So, yeah, I could fuck in front of a dragon.
Yeah. Definitely could. See, like, yeah, so everyone listening, I was trying to watch it, but my internet was so bad that it wasn't buffering. So I pretty much got to where Arya and Jon Snow were reunited. And I was like, well, I mean, I should just literally end the series here.
That's all you watch?
Well, just because I know how this season's gonna fucking go.
Yeah.
So I might as well end it on a good note. If I just think that that's how it happens, you know? It ends on a plausible, like a...
Yeah, you end up on top. You don't end up in the fucking gutters.
They're finally reunited. And...
They give a nice hug. Yeah. That whole scene was hilarious, though. Because she's all like... Or John's like, have you had to use it? And he's like... Couple times,
yeah,
and you're like, oh yeah, she's a little serial killer psychopath now. But
so on Reddit, since it's right now, there's the main thing. It just pops up at the top. And it says vote who's gonna win the Iron Throne, and I did no one, like nobody's gonna win, and it's so funny because they're like, you guys don't realize you picked the best one because either everyone's gonna die or Arya's gonna win, and still technically no one won.
Right. So I posted on our Facebook. I was like, "What's your Game of Thrones like ideas or predictions?" And
that's heartburn waiting to happen.
Yep. One person had a good one that was.
I was reading a couple of them.
She's been on the show, Caitlin. If you're watching, shout outs. Good predictions. But the idea that Daenerys is gonna die during childbirth. Because she's not supposed to have kids anymore. The baby's gonna survive. John's gonna die in battle. And then, for some reason or the other, Jaime and will take over and Davos will raise the kid.
Huh.
I was like, I like Davos. He's a good fucking dude.
Yeah.
The Jon Arya moment. So this is what Be Hard to Kill says. The Jon Arya moment is the absolute best we could ever hopeful for ending.
Yeah.
It's a good place to stop for sanity's sake.
Yeah, it is. If I just ended there, because then I'm like, that's good.
Yeah, this is a great show. Way to wrap it up.
Finally, the whole reason I kept watching Game of Thrones to see if fucking Jon Snow is ever going to see his fucking family again.
I think she had the best scenes because when she was in the blacksmith and she saw the Hound and Gendry or whatever his name is, and the Hound just pretty much, you fucking cunt, and then walks off. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I liked it. Was just so funny because she's basically seen half the fucking cast at some point.
Yeah.
So like it was just funny when she's standing off to the side and then Jon, and then the fucking Hound, and then
everyone. She's like, hey, I know all these people.
Do you know what I think is gonna happen now? For like real though, I think Sansa is gonna do some shady stuff because she was not like Daenerys.
Yeah, I mean it's just the
Game of Thrones way.
Yeah, And that's the thing is, Sansa's
I don't think she likes Jon either, because she likes their power.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think she is extremely...
She likes being the
head bitch.
What do they call her? The something in the north. The
Lady of the North?
Yeah, the Lady of the North. She still technically would be unless Jon got married, but like... Damn. I think
No, I agree with you. I think she's gonna play some cards. I was telling Forrest here before we started that... Yeah, exactly. That it was a dynamic that I didn't even think about, because you kind of forget stuff. But Daenerys is going to absolutely hate Jaime because he was the cause of her whole entire life struggle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So...
Ooh, that's rough.
I was watching it with my family, and you see Jaime roll up, and he takes his head off, and like mid-episode, I look over to my dad, and I'm like, damn, it's going to be awkward if the first person he sees is Bran.
Yeah.
And then it pans over, and Bran's just fucking sitting in the wheelchair, just looking at him.
Just like he has been all episode, just fucking gangster looking at folks.
I still don't know where they're going to go with this Night King thing, because if it's him, I don't know. And he's saying a whole bunch of weird stuff. I did like the connection that... So, I read it somewhere. This isn't me remembering stuff, but last time Ned Stark and Jon Snow talked, Ned told him, next time we see each other, I'll tell you more about your mom. And then it happened to be... And this just is kudos to George and the whole crew, that he was in the cave next to Ned Stark, you know, paying homage to him. Yeah. And that's when he gets told who his mother is.
Oh, shit.
And that little part, I was like, that's so well done.
Yeah.
You know. So Be Hard to Kill says, I think that the hound scene was an exchange of loudness and mutual respect, or fondness and mutual respect. Oh yeah, absolutely.
With Arya, yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, it's not just a fucking hound. He likes Arya. Like,
yeah, he's showing the most emotions the hound can show.
Yeah, what did he call her? He's like, you're a crazy or something.
Yeah,
you're a cruel bitch or something.
Yeah. Like I mean, that was kind of I loved their dynamic together because you could tell how much he liked her.
Yeah. Oh man, do you know what I thought was cool? The fucking gnarly ass scene of the kid with the fucking like body arm and leg spirals, because you're not supposed to be able to show kids like in that manner on TV. It's like
it's Game of Thrones, baby.
But they just this fucking kid would he have no arms or legs, right?
Yeah.
And then just fucking.
Oh no, he had an arm because he had a knife. He was trying to trying to get some pokes in, man.
Yeah, because the fucking doom ass. Satanic spiral of limbs that surrounded that fucking kid.
Funny enough, that scene actually made me jump. I watch fucking horror shit all the time, and I never get jumped, and I just hear this fucking. And I'm like, what the? But everyone's talking about that little like satanic looking thing has been in the show other times, and it was in season 3. They found out like past the wall, they found a body in the middle and like arms and legs doing
just
it.
That spiral thing.
And then when Jon and Daenerys are looking in that cave, there's a painting that's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
But we don't know. Some people online are saying that it goes back to the Children of the Forest.
Okay.
But that doesn't give any answers.
Yeah. So, Be Hard to Kill. Yeah, that's weird though. But Be Hard to Kill says, we're still missing Brienne and Podri. Are they just late for their arrival traveling from King's Landing?
No, they were in it. You saw both of them. Brienne and Podri were all in the background in multiple scenes.
Then, the one that has poor Braun. Oh
yeah, that's an interesting...
I don't think he'll do it, but the Cersei was trying to get him to kill her brothers.
Yeah.
And the one dude was telling her, look what she did to me, and could you imagine if you took out the brothers or something that, you know. But so I don't know, I don't think he'll do it. Maybe Jaime, I could see him, but I don't think he can kill Tyrion, or maybe he kills Tyrion because it's fucking Game of Thrones.
I don't know,
but we'll see what that one.
Yeah, Google it really quick. Be Hard to Kill. I'm pretty positive that they were just in the background. Like, they didn't highlight them or anything.
I can love it too.
I agree with you.
I spell it.
Yeah, I think so.
If I want to do images or what you need to know. Episode 2 preview? Oh, shit.
That was probably the one they just showed after the...
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's how you spell it. Oh. Oh, but yeah, maybe she wasn't. They really want to know what happened to Brianna Tarth in the season 8 premiere.
I was pretty positive that I saw her in the background.
I don't remember seeing her, but... Game of Thrones fans really want to know what happened to Brienne of Tarth.
Huh.
I'm not being a dick, I'm just passionate. Yeah, we know you're not.
Oh, no. I didn't think you were a dick at all, no.
No, for sure, we understand.
I thought maybe I saw it, damn.
I'm stoked that... Yeah. I always forget about the fucking priest dude with the fire sword.
Yeah. I don't get what he's got going on, really.
I think he's gonna do some... another revive. I think they're holding him around.
Right.
Because isn't he the dude that kept reviving?
He kept getting brought back.
Was it him?
He's died like 7 times.
I thought he was... Oh, yeah, it's him. Okay. I was thinking opposite. I think I was, for some reason, thinking he's the one that was... I forgot. Because they're like, your priest's gone.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, and that's the thing. When is Melisandre going to show up?
Yeah, that's true.
Is she?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Patrick, yeah.
We should just call him Big Dick of the 7 Seas.
Yeah.
Patrick was laying all the pipe. The drunk guy was the reviver.
Yeah, I forgot. I was thinking opposite for some reason. I forgot that, yeah. I should have known by his goddamn eye patch.
But yeah, did you Be Hard to Kill? Did you watch the sneak peek of episode 2? Because there was some interesting stuff in that. And
Melisandre will be back.
I imagine she has to be.
It's so much stuff to fit in 6 episodes, but they're going to, obviously.
Yeah, they're going to be longer.
Yeah, there's one of them they're all different. So that one was 45 minutes, I think, right?
Yeah, it was.
And then I think there's one that's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So there's going to be I think the season finale is probably obviously going to be the longest episode.
Mm.
But I know that every episode varied in length, which is funny. And yeah, I was watching a video on YouTube too of the cast talking about like them being in, Game of Thrones. It's funny because half of them, like, you have to watch it. I'll send you the link. It's super cool them talking about it. And like a couple of them hadn't ever acted before in their life, and then all of a sudden their role is a big person in goddamn Game of Thrones.
Right.
The funniest is just Emilia Clarke, because she's like so like bubbly and like just this fucking, she's like seems like she'd be kind of weird, but I don't know, cool, like fun person to hang out with, but just like she's just saying stuff and it's just weird, I've seen her in different roles, obviously, but just her actual personality, like you're just like, god damn it, she's just playing this fucking.
She is really weird.
Yeah.
But that good kind of weird.
Yeah, definitely.
B. Artie Kill says, I bet my life that it won't be like the last episode of Lost. I sure hope not. I did not watch all of Lost, but I heard the last episode of Lost was extremely disappointing.
Yeah. Emilia Clarke was 22 when she started the show. Yeah. So
Arya should started at 11. Now she's 22.
Yeah, it's funny seeing the pictures of them all young. Even Kit Harington, like all of them, they're so young.
Little young boys.
Emilia Clarke still just looks the same age.
Yeah.
She got lucky with that young looks, like this boy. Keep getting tell I'm too young to buy fucking things. But
yeah, this episode 2 little teaser was interesting because it does look like it's popping off already in the next episode.
Yeah, I knew it's gonna start. Shit's gonna go.
I don't know what it is because they didn't show anything, but you start seeing everyone like panic and run outside and they're all shocked.
Yeah.
So either I mean, that could mean multiple things.
Cunty Pirate of the Seven Seas is
Hey, man. That's Euron Greyjoy to you, boy. He's taking over.
fucking Cersei.
I like how he got to pipe down.
Yeah.
That's the highlight.
Just by being a dick.
He's just an arrogant asshole, and he got to pipe the queen. I'm about it. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm just glad the homeboy, I don't even remember what his real name is, though. Theon? Yeah. Theon's actually gonna go. I think he's gonna make up for all the mistakes he made. And
Yeah.
I think that his sister, I remember her name's gonna show up later, I think, again.
Yeah, I imagine.
Because she's going back to reclaim the Iron Islands. And I think she's gonna show up with, maybe be in charge of the Iron Fleet again.
Well, I thought her statement was kind of interesting. Like, if Daenerys needs to retreat, she needs somewhere that she can go.
Yeah.
Or queen, or however she addressed it. And I was like, that's an interesting thing, because for all we know, they could just fucking get destroyed.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this show, is like, the White Walkers could just show up and just fucking destroy them.
Yeah. I don't know, there's so much going on that it's gonna be really crazy where they go next. Like, man, I don't know. She hired those assholes to come, but obviously,
the Golden Compass dudes.
Yeah, the Golden Compass. But I like how it showed that they're just not the hype that they're.
Yeah.
Because they don't have their elephants or anything. So I think it was kind of foreshadowing that they're
not gonna be.
They're not all that shit. I think that the Unsullied could give them the smoke.
Oh, definitely.
So
I did like more handsome Jamie. That the character is like the captain.
Oh yeah,
he just looked like a more handsome Jamie.
Yeah,
a strong chinned feller.
Jamie is one of the best character developments of characters I've liked in any show ever.
I agree.
He starts off with this fucking blonde-haired Prince Charming asshole from fairy tales, and now he's just. You can't hate Jamie. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you can't. I agree with you. I was saying the same thing. I'm like, I don't know a character in the show that has a more, like, redeemable past. Like,
yeah.
He went from potentially being, like, same level of cunty as Cersei.
Yeah.
To, like, he's one of my favorites,
yeah,
honestly.
I like him a lot, yeah.
He may have did some stuff that, you know, isn't the best, but...
His ultimate revenge. Giving his sister... The dick down forcibly on her dead son's fucking corpse next to it, which is also his son, but that's a power move.
that's really showing who's in
charge.
Fuck you,
Joffrey, and your fucking it was Joffrey, wasn't it?
Yeah, that might have been Tommen.
I can't remember.
One of them.
Him, I don't know. He was just a nice guy, but a real bitch.
So, Be Hard to Kill says I really dig. Qyburn?
Qyburn? I'm not sure.
Which one is that? I just imagine he sees everyone as a subject for Oh, the yeah, I gotcha.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know what his name was.
Me
to be
neither.
Honest with you, because his character. I mean, he said what, like 50 words the whole show.
Yeah.
He just does all this fucked up stuff.
And, like make the mountain.
Yeah. Now it's the. No, landslide.
I just like when the Hound saw him again. He just walks up to him, but it's obviously I don't know if there's anything left of the mountain still in there. Last season.
Oh yeah.
Just fucking. There's just this giant meeting going on. And he just fucking interrupts the walk up there.
It's gonna be. I mean, they're gonna fight for sure.
The funniest is that interview I was talking about. All the cast talking about it. The dude that plays the Hound. He's like. What am I excited? He's like, am I excited? He's like, only one reason I'm excited for Game of Thrones to be over. He's like, having half a fucking beard for half the year. Because he like has a nice beard.
Yeah.
But it's just shaved to there for the effects. So his beanie, he just wears down to there. But he fucking lifts it up and it just fucking shaved right there. He's like, grow a fucking beard on the other half of my face.
I like him. He's
Scottish, I think.
Yeah, he's in Hot Fuzz.
Was he?
He's the fucking like goofy... Type in the Hound and Hot Fuzz and you know exactly what I mean. And you're gonna laugh when you realize who he is.
Oh, what? That's hilarious.
Yorp.
God damn it. Totally agree about. Kill says totally agree about Jamie. It was really all about his father detachedly using him as a pawn and being pussy whipped by his sister. Once he figured it all out and hung with Brienne, he turned it out. Yeah,
exactly. And I love the dynamic that he has with his brother.
Yeah,
because you know that they just want to sit there and have play games and talk about a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
but he has to like save face because of his sister.
Right.
So Be Hard to Kill, I'm curious, there's a lot of rumors circulating about what's going to happen. Do you think one of the most popular ones right now is Tyrion is going to betray everybody to help Cersei because he feels super responsible for all of the horror that's happened to her.
And then at the end of season 7, when Tyrion saw Jon and Daenerys fuck, he looked like he was like, motherfuckers, like mad. But this time, it didn't seem like he was acting, like when he's like, they do make a handsome couple. It didn't seem, that seemed genuine that he thought that. So I don't know. I just didn't know what that was about, because it's obviously everything is in Game of Thrones is shown for a reason.
Yeah, they don't just put in filler.
So,
because I watched the season finale before the new episode, and yeah, that whole scene is very dark because the lighting's dark. He looks super agitated and pissed off. Like something seems off, and you don't know what it is. And when he goes and talks with Cersei, right? He's all like, well, command the mountain or whatever to kill me. Like, do it right now. And she doesn't. You don't hear the rest of their conversation. And then he walks out, and he's been protesting that she's going to show up and, help. Yeah. Which, through whatever the thing's called, we know that she's not. So, yeah. Is he working with her?
I don't know. He could be. But I just love how more Jamie. I just love how he's like, wait, you're not gonna help him? Well, fuck you. Yeah. He CTR'd that shit. Chose the right. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot this second episode. More telling. 'Cause obviously, he knows what her plan is. Yep. So he's gonna tell them about it. We might find out what happens between Daenerys and Jon, and Jon being the true king.
Yeah, because that was the interesting thing, right? Because was it Sam that said, you bent the knee to her?
Or yeah, will she do the same for you?
Because he's technically next in line. And
But he doesn't give a shit about titles right now, though. No, so I'm just wondering if he's just not going to tell her.
That's the thing, right? Because every time he talks, he's like, this is all bullshit. Why are we talking about politics? We're all going to die in like 2 days.
So I don't know. I wonder if she'll just try to find out, and maybe she'll betray him. But God, yeah, that's the thing with Game of Thrones. It's we're going to find out in the next 5 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much potential of backstabbery and fuckery and...
Yeah, it's Game of Thrones, so it's going to be some true fucked up stuff that happens.
But... Oh, yeah, because none of this is going to go happily.
Yeah, because we don't have another season coming, which is where all the happy revenge comes from.
Yeah, we're going to have to... If we want happy revenge, it has to happen now. Yeah. Is there any revenge that you want to see? Obviously, we all want to see Cersei get killed, I think.
Yeah, she's a real bitch, but... I don't know. I'm just more...
Is it... I don't... Why does everyone hate the White Walkers? What have they done wrong? They're just white and they walk. Leave them alone.
They're about to get fucked up by those fools. Yeah. BR to Kill says there's so many theories. I've read them.
I never read them.
No, I never read them.
Or read them.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. I never watched the behind the scenes stuff, the stories, novels, and TV series. It's one of the few things that absolutely captivating, seductive, and true. Capism for harsh reality. I want to see each episode as it comes out. I don't want to break this spell. Oh yeah,
I agree with you for sure.
Yeah, I like making the guesses though. Yeah, the Tyrion on the boat. Yeah, because he seemed like motherfucker.
Off put.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was like a jealousy thing. Like, did he love Daenerys?
I don't know.
Because I never got that vibe from him.
I don't know. It seemed like he kind of digged her, but I don't know. I don't know if that throws off his plans. I don't know what that meant, because...
Well, and then there was him, Varys, and Davos talking about...
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much building a democracy.
Yeah, and getting those two together to...
Yeah. And I could kind of see that, right? I mean, you have those two be the monarchy, but then you have the democracy behind it.
Exactly, because, yeah, they're like, we've always had a king or a queen, but we've never had... like a couple, power couple. A power aunt and uncle.
That's the thing is...
Or aunt and or uncle and niece.
Yeah, uncle
No,
and
it's
niece.
opposite. It's aunt and nephew. She's his aunt, technically.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because her dad... Let's see. I think, yeah, right?
I don't know. I just know that he's...
Yeah, they're related. I think she's his aunt. But because he's the man, he's the heir.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Because, yeah, the Mad King's sister was Jon's mom. So the cousin... I don't know, but yeah.
No, the Mad King's brother was Jon's dad. Lyanna Stark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, is his mom.
Son, yeah, so... But regardless, yeah. It's fucking incest power couple.
Yeah. And it's going to be interesting if they do have a baby.
Ugh. I hope that's the turn I want Game of Thrones. It comes out all deformed.
It comes out, hold the door.
Yeah.
Not again.
I want it to be like one-eyed and fucking look like goddamn Sully and... Not Sully, Mike Wazowski and Monsters, Inc.
I want to look like Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah. Be Hard to Kill says the only revenge moments I wanted have already happened. Ramsay, yeah, Littlefinger, pretty much.
And
Dany as Jon Snow's out. Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then the phrase was the revenge one that I wanted really bad.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
He got fed his own kids.
Yeah, dumb idiot.
That's so fucking metal.
What if he was just like
pie?
What if he's just like delicious?
Is there more of this in the back?
Yeah. I better make some more goddamn kids because this is bomb.
Right? I agree with you. I think all the revenge. I think Arya. This is the thing that's weird, right? Is Arya gonna stick around?
I think she really wants to kill Cersei.
I think she's gonna bail out and just be like, hey, I kind of got my own plans. Maybe she goes with the Hound again.
Maybe.
Because I don't think the Hound's gonna stick around.
Yeah. Or she just becomes Jon Snow's protector. I don't know. There's gonna be so much.
The phrase, fucking awesome. Yeah, the phrase was one of the best scenes in this whole show. That fucking moment was just... Yeah. They had it coming.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes.
Little cum butts.
Little baby cum butts.
I don't know, yeah, there's so much, man. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Who's gonna be the first main character to die? Or, named character?
Fuck,
Do you think they're just gonna hit us with... I think Jaime's gonna die next episode.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he's gonna come in there, and Daenerys is gonna figure out who he is, and I think he's gonna be like, no, listen, I'm here to help. I'm here to fucking be on your guys' side. This is what's going on. She's not gonna believe him. Maybe that's when Brianna Tarr shows up to... Or maybe Brianna Tarr shows up and tells everyone that he's a good guy or something. I don't know. I think he might die first.
I think Samuel Tully, whatever his last name, is gonna do some secret stuff since he found out that bitch killed his...
That one was actually kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot that that's who she
lit
executed.
on fire alive.
Yeah.
Burned alive with her dragon. But I don't know. She was honest with him, but she didn't tell Jon about that, so...
But she wouldn't know that Jon and Sam were friends.
Yeah.
So to her, it was just another roasting.
Yeah, but obviously he didn't know, and so maybe he will find out he's king and be like, bitch.
Yeah, listen here.
I don't know.
The other thing that they've talked about that I think is going to play a big role is the fact that they don't have any food.
Mm-hmm.
So...
And then dragons munch.
Yeah, those dragons are hungry.
What they say, like, 8 horses and 6 goats.
Yeah, it's like a lot of fucking animals.
Yeah, and they're like... And she's like, oh, they're not eating much.
and Aaron's like...
Yeah.
Talking about, they ate all the livestock.
Man, but when he was on that fucking dragon, I could just feel the fear through myself, like, what the fuck you hold on to? And,
yeah.
like, doing that drop-off while, like, not having seatbelt, like, you're
so
just holding
scary.
on to horns, like, what? Oh, God!
Be Hard to Kill says, Arya grew up and out of her selfish obsessions. She told Jon that she was all about the family.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. I think she'll be very careful of selfish side ventures and focus on larger picture for what's... That's a good point.
Maybe she'll kill Jon.
I'm kind of... Man, that's fucked up. Well, because that's the thing right now that I notice a lot is, Sansa and her are very like, hey, remember your family, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if they...
And now they find out he's not fam.
What if that's the way the show fucking goes and those two plot against?
Damn, could be good.
Because I mean, if we're talking toughest people in the show, Arya's up there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the joke. Like, how'd you sneak up on me?
Yeah.
She could probably fucking kill anybody there.
Yeah, that was foreshadowing. Damn.
That would suck, man.
Salty Frank says riding dragons takes thunder thighs. Grip that
Fucking got the
son of a
grip.
bitch. The Targaryens used to have saddles for their dragons. It's badass they're riding bareback, right?
Yeah. You gotta be careful, bareback, man.
It's like how he's like, you ruined horses for me.
Yeah. And they fucked.
Man, a lot of, just to kid you, all those people, even though it was when he was like, oh shit, but seeing Jon, everyone was like, seeing him ride a dragon, like, oh shit.
Oh, Lord.
Homeboy's on a motherfucking dragon now.
Glad he's on our team. Yeah.
Like, alright, King of the North, you're back.
Yeah, he's back. Sansa, skedaddle on out of here.
You riding dragons or nah, bitch?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think... This is what's interesting about the shows. I don't think I'm going to be happy with anything that happens, but it's going to be so good.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think I'm going to like any of the events that occur, but it's going to be so well done that you're going to be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll be the first big show in history that doesn't have a happy ending?
Yeah. One of them. I don't know. I can't think of another one, but there's got to be another one.
I mean, Breaking Bad wasn't a happy ending.
Yeah.
But that wasn't necessarily a, hey, fuck you, bud ending.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out. I got to pee real quick.
It's a good point, Be Hard to Kill. She can kill anyone and everyone easily, but only everyone that is of the living. I'm curious, too, if she's going to use her faceless god power or whatever it's called. Or if what's his butt's gonna show up, or if he's there already pretending to be someone else. That's the one part about Game of Thrones that I find really interesting, but slightly frustrating. Is I forgot his name, the dude who showed Arya the faceless god. Is I think it's super interesting that he could have been multiple characters throughout the show. A lot of people think that he was definitely the guy teaching her sword fighting early on. But I also dislike the portion of that show because you never truly know, because they don't give you all the information. If that makes sense.
Such a problem. All these lights on. I'm not used to it.
Well,
Oh, God.
you such a fucking hoe. I dislike it.
What did Kai send me? Oh, it's that guy again.
He sent you a guy? Is he trying to touch?
Diego just laughs at that guy laughing.
Damn, Diego. Why did you send me a fin, Salty?
Spoiler.
Gotcha. So Be Hard to Kill says, I think this is one of the few shows that won't disappoint. Sure, great characters are going to die, and a lot of them, but I don't think we'll be disappointed in how it ends. And if they lose against the Walkers. No, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is I definitely think, for who I enjoy as characters, I don't think it's going to be a happy thing. But as a show, I think it's going to end very well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what everyone said. All the cast is like, you're going to enjoy. Or they didn't say, but they're like, it's a good last season.
Yeah. I also like that it's going to have the longest battle sequence of any movie or TV show. I mean, who doesn't like that idea?
Right. And another thing about the dude that plays the Hound, he was talking. He's like, I only really paid attention to my script and stuff, not really what else was going on in the show. He's like, so I was watching it as it was coming out, and he's like, that fucking Red Wedding, man. He's like, it got me. And he's in the goddamn show. I think it was him that said that. Can I say what you say?
Yeah, of course. Thanks. Well, should we move away from Game of Thrones? I think we got a good...
Yeah, we can switch it up for... That was a good segment for what we saw.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I think that covers pretty much where everyone's head's at for this week. I think next week, as long as... If internets are working for you and stuff, I would like to come in on Sunday and just do a Game of Thrones quick thing.
Maybe we could do a watch-along.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. Wait... Can you watch it live anywhere with your Xfinity?
I'll look into that.
Okay, because if not, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to, I didn't get the Showtime thing. I might, or HBO, I might get it this time. Mm-hmm. It's only a week free trial you get, but I could just get it for this week, I guess, and then we could just watch it right when it comes out. Yeah, yeah, if it's free, might as well do that.
Right.
And then we'll just go to Hulu on the computer and we can... Hopefully, as long as the internet's good to watch and do that, we can do a watch along and then do an afterwards discussion.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Be cool.
So last thing here for Game of Thrones, Be Hard to Kill says, yeah, the faceless guy and that whole scene was a mystery. At the same time, Arya would never had been allowed to leave the temple of the faceless god with her new skills. Somehow she has an exception in the eyes of that guy and allowed to leave.
Maybe.
Well, not when you walked out. That's what I was saying. Is one of my favorite / least favorite parts is the faceless god, because that guy, we don't know. He could be anybody, anytime in the show.
Yeah, which is crazy. He could be Jon Snow for all we fucking know.
But at the flip side of that, it's kind of frustrating because they haven't gave us anything.
Yeah, wish we put Gypsy. Huh? Wish we put as the background now. Do you want me to read that one?
Yeah, let's move to that. That sounds fun.
I like that. Mild shock. Oh, you can't see it, but I don't know. It's just funny, but
I like that. Yeah, it's funny.
We'll see if we can find sounds.
Fucking Patrick Stewart.
Horror. Not horror.
What did you call me?
My horror wife. Oh, that kind of works.
Oh, yeah, that's relevant.
It's not about him, what I'm going to tell you, but...
Before you start, I'm going to go get a little bit of that agua.
Sounds good, partner.
Listen here, I'm going to give you a howdy and then a howdy.
Alright, pull that up while we're looking. Be Hard to Kill says, I highly recommend SNL's Leslie Jones watching Game of Thrones with Seth Meyers if you haven't seen it. Hilarious. I'll watch it for sure. I shall check it out. I need to pull up my...
Are you looking for some fun?
Favorites. I can't remember how to get to my favorites. Oh, right here. Okay, here we go. So what I'm going to read you is from ranker.com. And it's called The Legendary Scottish Family That Allegedly Killed and Cannibalized 1,000 innocent people. So that's what this is. I'm just going to read it to you guys. Hopefully it's not picking up frequency from my phone because I can't hear. I'll try to put my phone over here. Gotta get my reading voice on. It's a little bit long, so bear with me, guys. Alrighty. To call the story of the cannibalistic Sawny Bean clan history would be a bit of a misnomer. Folktales or propaganda would be more appropriate descriptions. While there are to be some truth of the legend, also known as Alexander Bean, so instead of Sawny Bean, his story does not have enough basis in the fact of considered, so it doesn't have enough to be true. Nonetheless, he's still an impactful figure. Widely considered to be the real story behind Hills Have Eyes, and maybe a product of propaganda, even if it didn't exist, or if this guy didn't exist, Sawny Bean, exactly as the tale suggests, his story is no less significant, especially in his native land. So tales say that Sawny Bean was the leader of a Scottish clan sometime between the 1200s and the 1500s. As legend goes, he led his family to murder and cannibalize more than 1,000 victims. The idea of the family of the killers who ambushed victims in prior horror film and fodder, and while the clan itself might not be historically cannibals, they're still sometimes made out to be. They're still relevant as mythic characters. So this section is called Sawny Bean Left His Life Work for a Life of Crime. As the story goes, Alexander Sawny Bean was born to be honest ditch digging and hedging family. Tired of manual labor and looking for easy way out, Sawny left his family business along with a woman named, according to the stories, Black Agnes Douglas.
Hold on. Thank you, Be Hard to Kill. We'll see you around. We appreciate you chatting with us about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, later, dude. Together, they moved into a cave somewhere in the southwestern coast of Scotland between Girvan and Ballantrae. They lived the rest of their lives. Isolated from society and refusing to work, Sawny and Douglas allegedly survived by ambushing travels for 25 years. Black Agnes was believed to be a witch. Bean reportedly left his life of a laborer behind around the time he entered a relationship with Agnes Douglas. While much of their life before the relationship was a mystery, one of the key points of the legend is that after they got together, Douglas was accused of being a witch in the East Lothian, Scotland. When Bean and Douglas left their home, it was much because they were no longer wanted to work as a living, because both of them were rejected by society. As Bean's father was allegedly abusive and Douglas was accused of human sacrifice and conjuring demons. Shit. I'm gonna drink some water, guys. Fucking dry mouth from the booze. Okay. Sawny Bean and his clan robbed travelers on a nearby road. Though Bean retreated from a life of honest work, living wasn't free. To make ends meet, he and his girlfriend, for lack of better words, ambushed passerbys on a nearby road to maintain the secret of the whereabouts of Bean and Douglas. Had to get rid of the bodies, which they could do by tossing them off a nearby cliff, or Bean discovered turning them into a food source. Cannibalism became it became a part of the Bean clan lifestyle, gruesome but effective means of both sustenance and hiding them from authorities. Sawny Bean's cave provided plenty of room for a growing family. The cave where Sawny Bean clan allegedly lived wasn't a hole in the cliff's face, it was a network of tunnels supposedly extended for miles. So like I said, kind of like in Hills Have Eyes, so it sounds like. Giving him and Douglas plenty of room to live and expand their family. Even better for purposes, the fact that the cave was flooded during high tide make it an unlikely place for people to live, and thus a place for those searching for reported thousands of victims wouldn't bother to check. Because of its size, hidden nature, Bean clan was able to grow to almost 50 people strong, all of them aside Bean and Douglas related to one another. So, whole lot of incest.
Yeah, a whole lot of
which, yeah, this is exactly kind of like the story of Hills Have Eyes besides the nuclear radiation.
Yeah.
The Bean clan was almost 50 inbred family members strong, so like we were saying. Inside their caves, Bean and Douglas had a time and space to start having children, and have the children they did. According to legend, they had 8 sons and 6 daughters, uninhabited by social morals. They were murderers, thieves, cannibals. After all, those sons and daughters had 18 grandsons and 14 granddaughters with one another as well as their own parents.
Oh.
So the parents were... What's up, Byron Chef? The parents were fucking the kids were fucking each other. So
Kids were fucking parents.
it's just a whole lot of family fucking in this Bean incest cannibalistic family. Fortification and procreation is a central thread in tapestry of the horror woven by the story of Sawny Bean's clan. It's not only considered of criminals of the worst kind, but inbred children likely to be born very young parents who lived among their own cave for 25 years. Jesus. So the Bean clan pickled human meat to preserve it.
It wasn't out, it was just muted.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, they pickled the fucking human meat to save it for later. If the legends are factual, Sawny Bean clan would have killed an average of 40 people per year. That's a lot of meat, even for 45 people. It's said that they preserved what they couldn't eat by pickling it and salting it, the leftovers. Not everything stayed in their food stores, however. Preserved body parts were said to wash up on nearby shores, giving local towns some idea of the fates of their missing loved ones.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God. Innkeepers often took to the blame of the missing children, or blame for the missing Bean clan victims. So, Sawny Bean's murders didn't go unnoticed. Even nobody knew the culprit. In fact, the innkeepers were often accused of murdering and of the missing people. Since they were the last known to have seen them alive, as rumors went, innkeepers robbed and murdered guests. So they had an inn, which is crazy. Likely while they were sound asleep. Because these rumors threatened business, many innkeepers were forced to... Oh, so no, the innkeepers were accused of the killings. Okay. Because these rumors were threatened business, many innkeepers were forced to quit their professions and move away, which was a significant undertaking at the time. Sawny Bean was caught after botching the murder of a married couple. Let's see. What? Goddamn, Salty. Salty Frank says, "Well, pickle my ass and call me Dill." That's messed up. Through their macabre, whatever that word is, crimes went on for 25 long years, and Sawny Bean's clan resigned. The terror eventually came to an end. According to the legend, the clan attacked a married couple returning from a fair and killed the woman, but the man fought back. In some versions of the story, he had a sword and or pistol. In others, he had a horse he used to plow through the attackers. Whatever the weapons or however he escaped, he notified others of the clan's location near the cave. After 25 years, Sawny Bean clan was exposed and the investigation began. A king led the manhunt against Bean, with an estimated of 1,000 people killed by Sawny Bean clan. Bringing those responsible to justice was a very big deal. That's why King James I and allegedly got involved. So one of the kings, they don't really know for sure because they don't know for sure the story. As the story goes, the king himself led 400 soldiers to the site of the botched murder. Using bloodhounds to find the cave where the clan was hiding, even the 48-person Bean family wasn't enough to take on 400 soldiers. The clan was subsequently arrested. The clan was brutally executed, obviously. Considering the sadistic nature of the Sawny Bean's clan's crimes, it's no surprise their execution was exceptionally violent. Given the amount of bodies found in the cave, there was no trial. The entire clan was put to death the day after they arrived in Edinburgh. The men were dismembered and left to bleed to death while the women watched, and the women were buried as witches. Oh shit. The Bean clan showed no sign of remorse. The Bean clan didn't show much remorse for the crimes. After all, the children and grandchildren of the family, all raised in the environment, were incest, murder, and cannibalism. So, yeah, that's just their everyday life. At the execution, while watching their family members tortured and killed, the Bean clan cursed and spat obscenities at the executioners. It said Bean continuously repeated, "It isn't over. It will never be over," until he died. One of the Bean's daughters escaped and was given... and then was hanged by a town, so she got away. A legend within the legend, the story of Elsif, so their names are Elsif, yeah. They got dumb names because they're incest. Sawny Bean clan member who supposedly left the group and tried to live a normal life. She moved to a nearby town called Girvan and planted a tree near her new home, which came to be called the Hairy Tree. When the Bean clan was arrested, her past came to light. Elspeth, whatever her fucking name is, was hung from the hairy tree despite her desire to escape her terrible past. So she was fucking killed by the own tree she planted. That's fucking crazy.
So during the time, all the stories that were going on, they weren't able to prove them right until King whatever showed up and
found the bodies in the cave and such. Allegedly.
So all this story is potential folklore.
Yeah, it could be folklore.
But there's stuff that's written about it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's tons. It's not 100% confirmed, but there's so many stories that, in different versions, that something happened.
Something, yeah.
It could be heavily exaggerated, but it seems there was some murdering and, yeah. Through the story of Sawny Bean may skew toward fiction than fact. So yeah, it could be more fiction than fact. There are other better documented stories of cannibals in Scottish history and folklore that may have inspired and contributed to the Bean legend. So yeah, like you were saying, it could all be fake, but
there was still shit going on.
Yeah. Christy Cleek was said to be a 14th century butcher from Perth who joined up with a band of raiders. He put his skills to use by a member of the party, died, cutting him up and making suitable meals. So this one I think is true. The group supposedly ambushed and murdered people on the roads. Historical records indicate the husband and wife were indeed executed in Perth for cannibalism. So this one's true. Leading to the Kenneth version of the story. So they're thinking this smaller story could have led to an exaggerated version of the Sawny Bean story.
Gotcha.
Like the story of Sawny Bean, that of Christy Cleek is assumed to be embezzled or a combination of historical folklore figures rolled into one man. So that's it. Oh, there's a little more actually. I don't know. I think it's actually just going. Oh no, this last little section. The story may be all anti-Jacobite propaganda. Though it's a riveting story, many historians believe Sawny Bean may be nothing more than propaganda. His name comes from a stereotypical name used by English press, a strong indicator that, equivalent of calling an Irishman a paddy. So, so an indicator the story is meant to be to demonize the Scots, especially in light of the Jacobite rising, portraying the Scots as brutal, incestuous cannibals, strengthened by contemporary anti-Scottish sentiment. And the first written stories of Sawny Bean are from 1775, just 30 years after the Rising, but hundreds of years after cannibals allegedly active. A story based on evilness of Scots, likely sold by the English audience. So basically it sounds like maybe the English wrote it to make the Scots out to be...
almost as a satire, but it has some sort of...
trying to make them look out as propaganda and make them look like awful people.
Right.
They fucking kill, they incest and eat.
Well, and that's always been a thing, right? Even nowadays, where political powers will write and create these terrible stories to make their followers seem scared of it, so when they decide to go murder them, they're okay with it.
Exactly. It's kind of like, I remember reading that, back in, when we were fighting Afghanistan, or when we were over there and shit, which we probably still are, I don't know. But, well, we are. And, when we were fighting in the Middle East, they would play Halo, the soldiers play Halo and shit, to kind of...
desensitize them?
Yeah, desensitize killing people. They just kind of saw them as that sort of thing.
Yeah, there's the Black Mirror episode that's all about that.
God damn it, Salty.
The soldiers get this chip imprint in their mind, so when they go to war and they see these people, they look like creatures.
Yeah.
They look like devils. And
I still think it's crazy because I looked for that forever because I thought it was a whole TV show.
It's just a Black Mirror episode.
It was just one episode of Black Mirror. It would be a cool story for a whole series.
Absolutely.
Or even a one-season series.
Yeah, I think it would do really well. So I have a creature feature that sort of goes along with this.
Yeah.
Let me pull her up here real quick for you.
Pull that bitch up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What is this show? Black Mirror?
Yeah.
Black Mirror.
Have you watched The Twilight Zone at all yet?
No.
I heard it's really good.
I don't have the CBS thing to watch it.
I keep forgetting about it. I wanted to check it out. I heard people say it's pretty good.
I guess
feels
it's
a
on.
great person for it. So.
Yeah. I guess it is on YouTube, some of them, so maybe I just need to go on there.
Most Def.
So, tonight's creature feature is brought to you by BigDicks.com. Brought to you by Diebuck. Put your haunted souls and curses in a box. Now, I did some looking into something that I've never heard of, and the pronunciation of it is different on several websites.
Yeah.
But it is called, the creature tonight is called the Aswanga, or Aswang, or Aswang.
I can see you. You can keep reading. Fill my water.
Now, it is a mythical creature that was popularized in the Philippines. Now, my article is loading up here that I'm trying to read. There we go. Here's some of the pictures I'll show Forrest, and he can kind of give you an idea of what this creature looks like.
No shit. So it's like there's a bunch of different ones. That kind of looks like a cow head with a fucking weird demented body. But the first one that it showed was like a man that still had his top arms but had wings coming out still. So kind of like a bat human hybrid. So kind of like what you see like in the vampires, how they turn into these fucking weird bats, but it had wings and still had its front arms.
Now, this is what... It's funny you say that because it sounds like a combination monster.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's from Philippine folklore. It's the Aswang. I'm just gonna call it Aswang. Aswang.
Yeah. Aswang. I like Aswang.
Aswang. So it stalks its prey in the small rural towns of the Philippines. It's the deadliest monster, and it's nocturnal. Sorry, I worded this weird. I need to rewrite it, but it's the deadliest monster known in the Philippine folklore. It's a nocturnal hunter that thrives on human flesh and blood, which is wonderful.
I wonder if Gino knows about it.
No,
I'll have to ask him.
Definitely. The base knowledge behind it says it's a flesh-eating, shape-shifting monster. During the day, it appears as regular townspeople, though they may be observed by others to have reclusive habits or magical abilities. At night, it shifts into eerie predatory forms to go hunting for human prey. It's preferring to feast on children and pregnant women above all else.
That's weird. How you spell it? Sorry.
It's Aswang.
Aswang. That's something that's gonna pop up on there. We're gonna look it up. Just put this background so you guys can. Oh, there we go. So it's some sort of. You guys can see this. So it looks like it has wings in most versions of it. Yeah, we're just gonna pull up this one here. So you guys, oh.
It kind of sounds like a Filipino skinwalker.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I get from it. Some of the characteristics is it's I'm reading and thinking at the same time, and it's not working out too well. Usually the Aswang is a woman during the day, and at night it can appear as a bird, a pig, or a dog, or a combination of a human mixed with those.
Yeah, so with the other picture looked like a cow head, but a weird, demented fucking human body.
Right. It says no matter which animal form it takes, an Aswang will differ from a regular animal in various disturbing ways.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like a skinwalker in the Philippines.
Right. And it says most often it has proboscis-like tongues and are frequently described as walking with their feet backwards.
So kind of like feet backwards, I mean.
Yeah. They have also been depicted as being so thin that they can hide behind bamboo posts.
What the fuck?
Some of their special abilities is the knack for blending in with its victims during the day. and it says that they can just act like regular people.
Yeah, Salty said it looks and sounds like a vampire, but a daywalker.
Yeah, daywalker. So they'll be around you during the day and see what your habits are, and then at night they'll transform and come and find you. It says, although when they're in their day form, they're generally shy and somewhat reclusive, they can have jobs, friends, and even families.
So if I'm ever in the Philippines and I see a shy... I said women usually, right?
Yeah.
If I see a shy woman, like, peeking around, looking at me and shit, trying to learn my habits, I'm gonna stake her through the heart.
Right?
Hopefully that's the way to kill him.
Hopefully.
And hopefully it was actually not just some Filipino chick that was shy and wanted to smash.
True. Now, it does seem like it's something that is universally known throughout the Philippines, because it does say that different regions have different versions of the creature.
Okay.
And what forms that it could
probably
potentially
why,
take.
yeah, probably why there's different.
Yeah. It says the Tic Tac and Whack Whack Wak Wak became large birds, while the Zegbin, sometimes described simply as a companion of the monster, takes on the form of a Tasmanian devil.
Oh.
Aswangs have also been reported shifting into pigs and dogs. In addition to shape-shifting, they also have the ability to transform the appearance of other objects. It's common for...
Get out of here, lamp!
Right? It's common for them to transform plant material into a doppelganger of one of its victims.
So it's like a plant's victim.
Right? In order to hide the evidence of its feeding habits from locals. These doppelgangers might replace corpses, which they often consume, or they might replace living people. If the doppelganger replaces a living person, it will return to the person's home, get sick, and quickly die. Another tactic they use to disguise themselves is to use sinister vocal tricks. As the fearsome predator gets closer to the victim, its call gets quieter and quieter, so its victim is tricked into thinking the monster is actually getting further away.
Okay.
The Aswang's hunting prowess is almost as frightening as its ability to hide itself in plain sight. They like to dine on corpses, fetuses, and small children.
So that's me and myself.
Yeah, I'm similar that way. They often appear at funeral wakes or at the bedside of pregnant women to eat. The Aswang uses its proboscis-like tongue to suck blood from its victims or to suck a fetus from a pregnant woman's womb.
Jesus Christ.
So it's getting that tongue up there nice and deep.
They call this fucking thing Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, they do. They call it, Planned Parenthood.
They call it the clinic. $700 and it's...
This guy does it for free, though. They also have superhuman strength during the nighttime. A person transforms into this deadly predator by tying a fertilized chicken egg to his or her stomach. After some time, the chick passes from the egg into the stomach. Once this has happened, the remaining eggshell is buried in a bamboo tube along with coconut oil and chicken dung. The person now has the powers of an Aswang. Damn, should we fucking try it? We need to get a fertilized chicken egg and tape it to our belly.
So we gotta come on a chicken egg, tape it to our belly.
I mean, you can do what you want, but I'm just gonna find a fertilized one already. You're gonna get this fucking chicken fetus that comes out that's like half human, half chicken.
Ooh, Aswang Jr.
Daddy, kill me.
Salty says real quick, you think Chupacabra has ever accidentally bitten Aswang, or whatever Aswang, while it was in pig form?
Probably. Definitely happened.
Fuck, buddy! We're the same side.
It also says a dying Aswang can also pass its powers along to someone else if it wishes. The Aswang holds its mouth close to a chosen person, and the chick inside the monster's stomach hops into the mouth of the new person.
So if I heard someone too close to me in the Philippines, keep my mouth closed.
Yeah.
Salty says I'm not a woman or a fetus. I'm not a woman, a fetus, or a small child. Time to go to the Philippines.
Right?
Yeah, you may become one though, and then that becomes your next dinner.
True. It does have weaknesses. It says the first step towards ridding a town of this deadly assailant is identifying the monster. There are several ways. You!
Hey, you! Get your damn hands off her.
It's just some like little lady like, What'd I do? There are several ways in which you can do this. Aswings generally have bloodshot eyes.
So they're high as fuck.
Yes, they're baked, since they have been awake hunting all night. In addition, it is said that they look directly into... It is said that if you look directly into Aswang's eyes, your reflection will appear upside down.
So I gotta get real close to them, but keep my mouth closed so I don't get a little chicken hopping in my mouth.
The most common method of detecting one, however, involves using albolreous oil, a special oil made of coconuts and holy plants.
I no longer trust Gino.
This oil is said to boil whenever an Aswang is near.
Maybe when he threw up on my back, he was trying to turn me into an Aswang.
Oh my god, you're right.
He got close to me and puked on my back. Maybe a chicken came out, but I was closed mouth, so I couldn't become one.
Damn.
Yeah. Fucking Gino.
So, now it gives the origin of it. It says it was born out of the Philippine folklore with stories of this terrifying creature dating back to at least the 16th century, when Spanish explorers created the first written record of the monster. The explorers noted that all the monsters in this folklore, the Aswang was the most feared by native people. The creature's name comes from the Sanskrit word asura, which means demon. This terrifying monster is also sometimes called the Tik-Tik or the Whack-Whack.
You fucking whack piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'll give you my Tik-Tik.
It says these names come from the sinister sounds the monster is said to make while hunting.
Just to beat his meat. To fetuses.
Now, it does have some explanations of the myth. It says, and as fantastic as stories of the Aswang might seem, they may actually have been inspired by real-life events. One theory is
sucking fetuses.
You never know, man. It says one theory is that native wildlife was the inspiration for the legends. The Tik-Tik and the Whack-Whack hunting calls the monster is said to make are probably the calls of nocturnal birds. Bats, Tasmanian devils, and Cagwang, an endangered species of flying lemur, have all been killed because they have been suspected of being Aswang in a transformed state. So all those animals may make similar noises to whatever this creature might.
Okay.
Another possible explanation of the Aswang mythology is the presence of a rare genetic disease called XDP, which almost exclusively affects Filipino men.
Oh,
XDP causes patients to have Parkinsonian and dystonic symptoms. The patient is afflicted with uncontrollable muscle spasms, contusions, and tremors. Images of Aswang during transformation are strikingly similar to photographs of a patient experiencing XDP symptoms.
Oh, shit.
Finally, the Aswang legend may be used to explain away horrendous unsolved crimes in the Philippines. When a person disappears or is brutally murdered, it may be easier for local people to attribute the crime to a demon rather than to one of their fellow humans.
Don't face a real demon.
Yeah. Tabloids often attribute crimes to this Aswang, which adds fuel to the mythology.
Oh, that's a good one.
So it definitely seems like a combination of a couple things, but it might have... I don't think it has any bearing of being a real monster, but they have turned horrible real-life scenarios into a creature.
Abortions, like...
Can't have those abortions anymore. But if the Aswang comes and gets it, then it's okay.
Yeah. I didn't do it as the Aswang. He sucked this fetus right up on out of there.
Shoved its proboscis tongue clear up my woman's
snatch.
The snatch. And it snatched that baby right out.
Little clamsicle got it.
He walked in and all I heard was whack, 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 whack. And then just... And, well, no more baby Gino.
Yeetus that fetus. Damn. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
That's the noise that it makes when it's sucking out the fetal membrane.
Oh, God.
Take that one home with you, kids. Salty Frank says, what if you didn't know you were an Aswang, but suddenly found out the right after a date? Well, you can't get pregnant. Salty Frank says, shy women. I hope my family doesn't find out about my night gambling addiction. Family, she's shy and gone at night. Tonight we'll kill her. She's an Aswang for sure. Damn,
Frank.
That's salt. Alright, boys. We've been going for It's 2.5, so we'll probably call it for tonight.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Fuck you.
As the Aswang would say.
Can we make this an inside joke between the two of us anytime Gino comes around? You throw up any chickens today, Gino?
Yeah, you suck any fetuses?
What if he like looks at us and he's like,
You know?
how do you guys know about me?
He stares in my soul and I see a fucking upside down me.
He just grabs
He's
your
getting
lips.
a chop in the throat.
He just grabs your lips and starts vomiting into your mouth.
No way.
I'm gonna let it happen. I'm gonna pretend like I don't know you at that point.
I'm
sorry.
I'm opening up a new clinic in town then.
Get your free abortions.
Yeah.
We're only open at night though, so
yeah. And we gotta fucking put you in our anesthesia because I don't want you just seeing me suck your puss.
yeah, it's not as pleasurable as you think.
Maybe that's the gimmick. The pleasure clinic.
The pleasure clinic. It cleans you out and feels great.
Yep. Alright, well, good night, guys. Yeah.
Take that one home with you. Good night, everybody.
That's what we're fucking ended on is
sucking out
clinic.
fetuses.
Yeah. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. But laters.